Hey guys, Zen was in Disc Golf. We're out here today at Bobcat Run here in Cambridge. We're going to play 9 for this video, and then we'll have the back 9 on a separate video. Other than that, we'll get into it, guys. All right, starting off on hole 1, going to throw the strive. Hands feeling a little sore after a couple of practice throws, so we're not going to be going for big distance, but I am going to have to disc up for a lot of these. I would still normally throw a driver anyways, but we'll see how this goes today. Oh yeah, that should be just fine. Right up there next to the big tree. Oh yeah, we'll have a bid for a birdie. All right, looks like we're just outside circle 1 here. Probably about 15, 20 maybe inside circle 2 here. Let's see if we can't get a nice little bid for a bird. Get some legs, right up next to the pin. Take a tap in par off the first hole. That's not too bad. We've got a nice little short par 4 here. I think I'm gonna try to get a nice little flare skip onto the corner here. Just take this rive and hopefully can keep it down towards the ground, not get too much height on it. Kicked right out into the center. We should have a good look to get up down the fairway down there. All right, we didn't make it too far down the fairway, but this is the ideal landing zone pretty much on this hole. Unless you're Trevor, which goes over the top over this way, and usually takes eagle to a birdie on this at best. All right, we're gonna try to get this justice down this way and get a nice little flare off to the right. Hopefully give us a bid for a birdie. I mean, there is a little tunnel down this way, but there's too many little witchy fingers for it. So we're gonna get a forehand, get it flared down that way. Got too much leg on it. Luckily it surfed the trees and didn't get too deep into it. Let's see what this rive would have done. Yeah, that would have been the better play, but she ended up deep on the left there. All right, like I was saying, we'll at least try to keep us a bid for a par here. This is a nice little thorn tree that's right above me here. All right, looks like we're gonna have to kind of get a little bit of a knee and give us a nice little flick up there to the basket. Maybe put it in, maybe take a par. Now we're gonna take a par. Yep. Ouch. I figured I'd film this little tap in. She's at least a 10-footer, and I've been known to miss closer. There we go. On the hole 3 here, I think I'm gonna try this Connor O'Reilly River and just get a nice smooth backhand, hopefully keep it on a nice little turn. She'll pan out and land nice and flat up towards the basket, leave us with a birdie, hopefully. Right into the tree. We'll have a tough up and down for that one. Hopefully we can get this to be a nice up and down here. I have the interceptor here with elevation. We're just going to try to get a nice little flick and hopefully get her to coast over to the basket. Make sure I'm within my line here. Try just a nice smooth flick. Now as long as she rides over, we'll have a putt. I don't know what that bounced off of, but that was pretty neat. Should have a bid for a par. Ourselves with a little bit more than I wanted to, but we still got a good chance for a par on this. There we go. Stay even through 3. Nice smooth putt. That's the putt that I really like. If you made it this far into the video, again, please like, subscribe, throw comments down in there. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on the videos, hear any suggestions you guys have. Hole 4, I'm gonna try this evidence, and I actually think I'm gonna try a forehand. It's not my normal play on this hole. Usually it's the backhand with the slight turnover, let it fade out. But we're gonna try forehand today. Oh, and I turned that over. And she held 2 to her numbers on that throw. Honestly, we can just get this laid up pretty nice and stay on a par train. I'm not dissatisfied with that one. So we'll actually still give it a little bid. Oh yeah, that thing is real stable on light. Ooh, hopefully she sat over there. Should have with one of them elevation discs. Shouldn't have gone too far. See if we can get this tossed in here, save our par, stay on a par train through the first 4 holes. Hey, that's not a bad start at all on this course. There we go. Yeah, on a putt, that thing is pretty stable. But throwing, it can be understable. All right, guys, hole 5, staying even through the first 4. not doing too bad. I'm gonna take this Grace and try to get a nice little up and down. Get up there by the basket. This was a little tricky. This is one that I birdied far and in between, but I have got a birdie on it before. That should be honestly pretty decent. Yeah, I'd say we're just outside circle, maybe just inside. Like I was saying, guys, about edge of circles here, so I'd say we're just outside. Got a nice little tombstone that happened here. I mean, she is kind of laying flat, but hey, we'll see if we can't pick up a birdie right here. Yeah, we are. How's that for a putt, boys? All right, hole 6. We were fortunate enough to pick up a birdie on that last one, keeping us under par now. We're going to try to take this Grace again, and we're going to do a nice little forehand, try to get it over top the little trees here just on the other side of the pond, and put it up by the basket, hopefully. She swings back nice, she'll be all right. Oh yeah, we'll have a good birdie look after that one. All right, we ended up with a nice shot over here. I'm just picking my putter up. I tossed it over here to set you guys up. We are just behind this, so we are going to have to do a straddle and then hopefully pick up another birdie. Oh yeah, nice and clean. All right, guys, that puts us at 2 down now. I'm enjoying this beautiful day out here, especially in March. Hole 7, I'm going to take this Supreme Trespass. This is kind of my throwaway disc, having the water here. I've kind of thrown it away a few times and gotten it back out of there. But I think I'm going to go with a backhand, try to get it just over the left side of this water here on the fairway, and hopefully get it to just stay and turn and keep it right in the middle of the fairway. Yeah, a little too much Annie on it, but hey, she's clean, she's out there, she's not wet. Left ourselves in not too bad of a position. I think I'm just going to take this interceptor here, just get a nice, we'll flick there low underneath that branch. That's an L coming off that middle tree, and then leave us for a bid for a par. Yep, checked up real nice. We'll take a par on that. We'll see you guys on hole 8. Hole 8, I'm going to take this ribe and try to get a nice little flare skip just like on 2, but we're going to have to do it on forehand this time instead of backhand. Hopefully we can avoid that tree dead center. That's usually the killer of this shot. We avoided it, get some flare. Oh yeah, she jumped up pretty nice. I mean, she probably got a 20-foot jump off that skip. Didn't leave ourselves with too bad of a big. Get a nice little narrow hallway right here. I'm going to try to take this interceptor and just get a nice little forehand flick right down there. Hopefully get it set up for the basket, and we can walk away with a birdie on this. Now, we'll have a bid for a birdie. Wasn't too bad of a tree to hit. At least it was farther down that fairway. We could have got a little closer, but we'll deal with what we have right now and see if we can't pick up this birdie. Stay up. There we go. All right, we will pick up the birdie. Going pretty solid today. All right, guys, hole 9. I'm gonna throw this stabilizer. I believe this is Streamline. It was who makes it? Yes, Streamline. It's all solid mold. This is kind of like a savior, I feel like. Really nice. Really liking this. Hopefully we can just keep it nice and straight and then park it up there by that big tree. Yeah, we should have a birdie look after that one. Let's see if we can step up here and make this. It shouldn't be too bad, but these uphill ones are, you know, or not uphill, I should say elevated, are tricky sometimes. Yeah, it was a nice clean putt. All right, guys, if you've made it this far into the video, again, thank you guys. Please drop a like, subscribe, comment down on the videos. I really do want to hear your guys' opinion on these. And if you guys have any advice on discs that I should be throwing or things that you guys want to see, people on the channel, just let me know. If not, we'll catch you guys in the back one.